All right, welcome everyone. This is the video on introduction to Wireshark. What are we going to learn in this video? We are going to learn about Wireshark preferences, how can we customize and different other options to customize the columns for any custom fields from the packet. We are also going to learn about Wireshark profiles for different roles for malware analysis, a malware analyst, or threat hunter. We are also going to look at the difference between capture filter and display filter. We are going to look at how can we follow a stream, a TCP stream for a specific session. And then at the end, we are going to learn about colorizing traffic. How can we color a specific set of traffic? All right, so that's all about introduction to Wireshark. All right, so now let's go through the basics of Wireshark. This is the interface. Once you launch your Wireshark, this is the interface you come across. Of course, you will get an option to select the interface, and then you can start or stop the capture. On the top left, you have a blue button, and this is where you can start the capture like this. And with the red button, you can stop the capture. Okay, let's understand about some preferences. Okay, appearance option. So you can go to the edit option. On the bottom you have preferences, then you have few options. Appearance, let's talk about the appearance first. Okay, in the appearance we have column option. Okay, what we can do is actually we can add a new column. What you see on here, over here, is basically you have number, type, source port, destination. By default you won't be having the source port, remember this. Okay, I mentioned this. I actually added it myself, but by default you won't be having a source port. So you only be having source IP, destination IP, protocol, length, and info. Let's say you want to add an additional column. So what you can do is, let's say the additional column could be destination port. Okay, so I'll mention that in here by saying destination, or maybe dst dot port, something like this. Okay, and then I'll select the type of the column, which is going to be destination port. So over here, destination port, and I can save this. I can apply, and once I click OK, can come here and probably at the end, yes, over here. So I can keep it next to the destination IP address, and you can see these are all destination IP address. Awesome. That's quite simple, right? That's pretty good. This is how you can add a new column in the Wireshark, right? Then you have a font and color option. This is quite obvious. You can customize the color for every packet, maybe invalid filter if you are applying, or if you are writing any invalid filter, so this will give you this color. If you want to follow a specific TCP or HTTP stream, this is the color you might see on the client and server side. Okay, then you have a layout option. There are majorly three pane. You can see one, two, and three. One, two, and three. On the one, we have a packet list. These are all packet lists, right? And the second pane is your packet details. And the third pane over here is a packet bytes. You can customize it as per your preference. That's why it is preference, right? So let's say I want to see maybe a packet diagram on maybe second pane, or maybe in the third pane I want to see the packet diagram, right? So I can apply this, and you can see I see the packet diagram. Perfect. So this is completely customizable. I can customize it packet byte, something like this. I can again come back here, and I can change the layout again based on my need. So I lost the packet byte, so I want to have pane one with packet list, and second with the packet detail, third with the packet bytes. Let's apply this. Perfect, I got the one, right? Now next, let's talk about the few more options. Let's talk about, maybe capture is quite it's this is where you'd specify some additional parameter. Let's say you want to run the packet capture in the promiscuous mode. So this is where you can enable the promiscuous mode. This is usually done for capturing in the network monitoring or diagnosis purpose. It's already been enabled. You can also enable the packet capture in the PCA packet capture ng format, which is quite good whenever you want multiple stream comments, additional information, name resolution in the packet capture. This is where this format is enabled, right? You also have a filter button option. This is quite useful. This is like a bookmark. Okay, let's say you created some filter, right? Let's say for this, okay, you select this packet, apply this filter, you got a new uh, display filter, right? So in the capture filter, if you want to save this filter, what you can do is, you on the right you have a plus icon, and this is where you can see my IPv6 filter. Okay, and let's click on OK. This will be saved, and once you come back to preferences, you will go to the filter button, and perfect, you can see this has been saved. Now in the future, you don't have to remember the same filter again. You can keep it saved and just select that filter, and you will see the packet, right? Similarly, you have an option for name resolution. You can enable the resolution for the DNS, MAC address, and others, right? You also have an option to select the DNS servers additionally. Then you have option of protocol customization. So for every protocol, you have some customization available. Let's say you want to extract or decrypt the TLS packets, and if you have a key, you can add that key and port number and the key file. Once you specify this, your encrypted TLS packet will be decrypted, and you can see the decrypted traffic yourself, right? So this is all about preferences.
This is the Wireshark live Wireshark packet capture, and this is the display filter. Now on the bottom over here, you have profile section. Currently it is default. If I do the right click on manage profiles, you see this, right? So currently I have these are all defaults, right? The default node assembly, TCP plain, and Bluetooth classic, and node. These are all the default. I created DFIR and threat hunter. Okay, I can also add I create a new profile like SOC 2, maybe SOC level 2 profile, and save this. Okay, now let's say in the SOC level 2 I have a different set of requirement. I need to have source IP, destination IP column. By default, you can see we have these are the default columns: number of the packet, time, source, destination, source and destination IP address, protocol length, and info. I want to, from the SOC level 2 point of view, I want to have source port, destination port as well. Okay, so what I can do is I can add new columns. You can do that either by going here and you can do edit column, or you can do the column preferences as well. Okay, this is pretty easier. You can come here and you can add a new column. Just give a name, source, let's say source port, and from here you can select the source port field. So that would be with S, source port unresolved. Okay, now I also want to add destination port. So you can say I'm following this nomenclature. You can go with anything, right? I have typed src dot port. You can go for source dot port, or maybe src in capital, so whatever you feel comfortable with. Okay, so I type dst dot port, then I can select the destination port number, the field, so destination port unresolved. Okay, so this is what I need, and I can also, or maybe this would be enough, I can save this. Now you should see, so you should see the src port and destination on the right. I can take it here just next to the source, and I can also take the DST port just next to the destination, like this. Okay, so I have my source IP address, destination port, destination IP address, destination port. Okay, so this looks pretty comfortable for me from SOC analyst level 2 point of view. Okay, this is This is what they are comfortable with. Okay. If you want to do it from the threat hunting point of view, or maybe malware analysis or something like this, you can customize your columns again, right? You can come here and you can again go to the column preferences. By the way, you see we have created the source port and destination port. You won't see here because settings related to columns, buttons, coloring, this all stay in that profile itself. So if I make some changes related to buttons or colors, it will stay here itself. So if let's say I do I create some coloring rules just like this, it will stay here. So for example, let's say I create a new coloring for maybe TCP SYN flag. So TCP SYN flag, okay, sorry, only for TCP SYN. So I can do that, and I can just say tcp.flags.syn. Perfect. Now it will capture all the packets related to this, and I can also specify the color for this. So I can specify the foreground color. Let's say I want to go for white. Sorry, I'll go with yellow, and the background would be black. Yeah, perfect. I'm not sure if it is already there, but yeah, it seems unique, right? So TCP_SYN, TCP flag, perfect. So I say yes. Oh my god, looks like it might be already created, and these are all SYN flags. So it's okay. I just gave you for reference. Okay, so you can come here, and we can look at. We can again verify it. We can go to view and coloring rules, and let's see where exactly it is being defined. Okay, so you can see the flags. Okay, so the TCP SYN flag must be defined. Okay, yeah. So this is the one which was creating a problem. So it's already been defined. So you can create a new one if you wish, or you can modify this one. Okay. So I hope you got the idea about. So as you can see here, this is our wireless homepage. Now over here you have capture option. You see this. Now the capture filter is basically used to filter when capturing the packet. So it basically used to reduce the amount of data captured and stored, so it saves the space, and also makes your analysis very focused. It's also useful to capture the packet, which packets are about to get captured. Okay, so you don't do it the moment you see them. Okay, so this is where you apply your capture filter over here. Okay, the moment Wireshark opens up, you can select the interface, and then you can enter your capture filter. Okay, now remember the command, the filter for capture filter is different from display filter. Okay, display filter is applied after the packets are being captured, and then it's actually get analyzed. Okay, so it filters which packet will be displayed on the screen in real time. Okay, but for now let's look at the capture filter. On here the command would be slightly different. Okay, you type, let's say you want to look at all the system, maybe host IP address, so you will type host, and let me turn up the host. Okay, let's say I'll type 192.168.29.6. okay, so this will be used as the filter. If I hit enter, I should start getting all the traffic. You see, I haven't applied any filter over here. What you type here, it is a display filter. Okay, and this will be filtered in real time. Okay, now let me open a new filter, new Wireshark page, and over here I can again select my appropriate interface, and I can maybe, let's say, I can create another filter by 192.168.29.6, and I can, if you remember, with the display filter we say and, right? But with this we say and, okay, ampersand. So then we'll say if let's say we also want to add TCP port, we usually in the display filter we use the TCP dot port, right? But here we'll just say TCP port 80. You can see it's got completely green, right? That means it's correct filter, right? So this is how you look at the traffic, because there is no communication happening on HTTP, so you don't see the traffic. That's completely fine. Okay. Now let's look at let's remove this filter. Now let's look at the display filter. Now display filter captures the traffic in real time. Okay, so display filter is very useful for focusing on a specific package of your interest during the analysis without without actually impacting the original capture. Okay, so over here the same thing can be done by IP ADDR equals to 192.168.29.6. That's it. I get the output in real time. With Wireshark, we have a feature to follow a specific stream of data. As you know, when it comes to TCP based protocol, they all maintain a session. Okay, and if we look at the stream, we are actually looking at the entire session, the conversation between the client and the server. Okay, so without taking much time, let's get started. All right, so okay, so as you can see in the screen at this moment, let me start the live packet first. Okay, and then yes, you can see the live packet on your screen, right? Now what I can do is I can stop the capture, and I can just select any TCP based packet, let's say this one. Okay, and then I'll do the right click, and I can click on stream, follow stream. So you can see it is currently TCP, right? In some other cases or packets, we might see HTTP stream as well. Well, let's first look at the TCP stream. Okay, when you click on it, you will see a few packet conversation. Okay, now let me give you some context. What do you see in this orange or light orange background? This is all from client. You see this on the bottom? Yeah, so this is from client. And what you see in the light blue background, this is from the server. Okay, so that's how the conversation is differentiated. So that's how you follow a specific stream. Okay, the moment you click enter, that specific stream will be selected and you only see the conversation between them. Okay, so now let me do one more thing. Let me remove this and start the capture one more time. This time we'll try to look at any HTTP based conversation. Okay, so yeah, so we'll try to look at HTTP based traffic. So we'll enter HTTP. Perfect. Can you see this? I enter HTTP, and now let's select the first packet, go to follow. Perfect. Can you see? Now we have TCP and HTTP both. Okay, if I select HTTP stream, this is what I get. You see, this is the first get packet. You see the request packet with get a flag set. Okay, a get method set. Sorry. So now this is from the client. As you can see on the bottom, this is from client, and there are 2 packets from the client and 2 packets from the servers. Okay, so this is the first packet which is sent by the client itself. Then we get the response with the response code 200. Okay, that means everything is good, right? And this entire blue color represent the server response. Okay, this entire blue color. Yeah, and then we get another. Then we have another request. This is get request, and then there is a response as well, not modified 304. Okay. So there are 2 client packet, 2 server packet. What happen is you want to see any conversation data, and if let's say you want to track or look at the entire conversation happen between the client and server for a specific session. So this is where it becomes very, very helpful. Because when you do the live analysis, traffic analysis, malware traffic analysis, maybe, you might get confused with a lot of packet and their color. So if you want to be very specific about certain kind of traffic, you can use color. I'll show you how. Okay, now what I can do is, you can see live traffic, right? Let me hit enter. Now what you can see on the top is you have few options. Okay, you have add file, edit, view option. Okay, now you have to get into view and click on color rules, coloring rules. Okay, now let's say there are already different colors defined for different kind of a packet. You can see bad TCP. So for bad TCP, which this is specific color which is being defined, a rule has been created for TCP dot analysis flags, and there is a boolean expressions as well for spanning tree, for OSPF state changes, for routing related protocol, or HTTP SMB protocol. If there is a TCP reset coming in, so there is a different kind of color which is being defined. What you can do, let's say you want to be very focused on certain kind of traffic or maybe a query itself. Okay, you can create a new rule here. For example, okay, I can create a color which look for different flags. Maybe fin push. Let's look for urgent flag. Okay, I'll say 1. Okay, I'll set it to 1, and urgent TCP urgent flag. Okay, and now we have to define a color for it. So you have foreground and background. Okay, so let's set the background and try to keep it unique so that you never get confused. Okay, I'll use the maybe green as the green as the background, and red as the foreground. Okay, so this looks unique, isn't it? Okay, let's close it. And now if there's any urgent packet which is being sent, or maybe exchange in the network, you will get it right here. Okay, so all right, so this is colorizing traffic.